The man stole her car at 5:30 p.m. on Friday night. She was just getting groceries out of her garage. I'm in the area of actually where the man crashed. If you can see behind me, behind those cars is actually a broken railing of what he ran into. This happened around 1:30. Francis, people I spoke with today say they heard a flurry of gunshots. Now, they told me this morning they couldn't tell if it was a car backfiring. Now, if you're driving by, you will not miss this. This is a 66-foot obelisk. It's a tribute to Route 66, and that's not it. The owner says he wants this to be an Ozarks landmark. Before he escaped, he got a new fishing rod that morning, and after he was found, he told her he just wanted to go fishing. Now, 2 people had minor injuries, and the windows on the side are completely gone. You can see they are boarded up. This went through and say this money will save even more lives. He's walking, talking, and breathing fine, but this right here is a picture of when Bennett was in the hospital at Mercy in early April. And you may think your over-the-counter allergy medicines like Allegra or Flonase aren't working. Well, pharmacists tell me you may just have to switch brands.
Saving device is coming to the Ozarks. Paramedics with the Taney County Ambulance District trained on a new device today that helps with CPR and your quality of life. Liam Garrity has a look.
Now, this is the EleGuard machine. It brings your chances of survival from cardiac arrest from 5% to around 30 to 50%. And now you put this under someone's head, it slowly raises it, and it naturally sends blood back down from your brain. It helps save your brain function during CPR.
Systole, resuming CPR.
Time is of the essence and seconds count.
5, 4, 3.
The Taney County Ambulance District is bringing in a new device to save even more lives.
The goal is neurologically intact. We want these people to be able to walk out of the hospital under their own power.
Jonathan Tudor is a paramedic with TCAT. He says during CPR, it puts extreme pressure on your brain.
It's almost like every time we do a compression on you, we're causing a concussion.
He says this machine decreases that pressure.
All right, is everybody ready and in position?
And can help keep your brain intact after CPR.
Blood rushes out of your head. What we don't want is that to happen. If you elevate the patient's head by about 30 degrees, we can allow blood to naturally drain from the patient's brain back the way it's supposed to.
Tudor says the district spent more than $75,000 on these, and they are the first ambulances to have them in Missouri. You may also think this is just one more thing to carry. Tudor says otherwise.
Slowly raises over 2 minutes. That 2 minutes built in, that really helps the paramedics because there is a lot of stuff that we've got to get done on a cardiac arrest.
He says the only things they need first are a heart monitor, Lucas machine, which does perfect compressions,
Pausing.
and now the EleGuard.
Quality CPR that brings that neurologically intact survival back.
Paramedics say these will be put in every ambulance in the district by the end of the month. They will be training police and firefighters in the area on the new device. Reporting in Taney County, I'm Liam Garrity.
Pedestrians in Springfield are getting hit in increasing numbers. We spoke with both the city and state highway department about how they're changing sidewalks to be more accommodating. Liam Garrity is live on Sunshine with details. Liam?
Lisa, I also spoke with a man who is disabled and says he walks all around this city. He says his main issues are actually with the drivers, with not following the law or even looking when he and others are crossing. City officials told me they always want to have more sidewalks, but it is a lot more pricey and hard to get than you think.
We're talking about seconds here, seconds that could change the life of both the pedestrian and the driver of the motor vehicle.
Christopher Welch lives in Springfield. The 56-year-old is disabled. He uses a walking stick and says it's a challenge to cross the street safely.
People yell at me, people curse at me, and then I am in survival mode and panic mode because I don't know what's getting ready to happen.
Welch says he wants more sidewalks to be with the Americans with Disabilities Act, or ADA compliant. This means more ramps, slopes, and easy-to-access sidewalks. MoDOT and city traffic officials say they are doing what they can.
Touching every roadway that MoDOT owns and operates with ADA and pedestrian compliance and improvements.
Our goals are to just make things as accessible as we can. We look at priority sections.
MoDOT engineers say they will spend around $10.5 million on sidewalks in our area this year, while city officials say they will spend $4 million. But there is a lot of need and not always enough money to go around.
We're well in excess of $100 million of needed sidewalk repair in the city right now.
City officials say they only get so much to budget for sidewalks. But Welch just says he wants more people who click that button to make it to the other side alive.
People are getting killed. Families have to cross, okay? So we need to be more aware of the people that are crossing the streets and just given the common courtesy.
MoDOT engineers say they have until 2027 to make their sidewalks ADA compliant. City officials tell me if sidewalks were easy to install, they would have already installed those ones on those certain roadways. They say there are many factors like utilities, slope issues, and many more to not put them in, but the end goal is to let everyone walk safely. Reporting in Springfield, I'm Liam Garrity.
The Preston firefighter who was in a rollover crash earlier this month is finally out of the hospital. Liam Garrity is in the studio. And Liam, you met up with that firefighter today.
Yes, Francis, I met up with Jared Bennett. He's walking, talking, and breathing fine. But this right here is a picture of when Bennett was in the hospital at Mercy in early April. He had a collapsed lung, and I'm told doctors had to basically put back his chest together. More insult to injury, their only fire engine was destroyed, but he says he forgives the person who did this to him.
So I keep telling everybody I'm probably the luckiest person in the world in that situation. I mean, that's a 1 in a million situation to come away from that.
Captain Jared Bennett with the Preston Fire Department was in a rollover crash in his fire engine. He was using a chest tube in the hospital, broke every rib except 2 and more. All Captain Bennett wants to think about is...
I'm hoping to get back to fighting fires. I mean, I enjoy it and I enjoy helping people.
In early April, Bennett and another firefighter, John Sanchez, were driving to a call when a car crossed the yellow line beside them. Bennett had to drive into the shoulder to avoid being hit by the car, recorrected, and eventually rolled over. They were both airlifted to Mercy. Sanchez only had minor injuries.
Seemed like the truck didn't even want to move that direction. Once it did, came out with a vengeance.
Preston's fire chief says that was their only engine. Now, all they have is pieces of it.
I lost control and then, finally went dark.
Bennett says he forgives the people who left him and Sanchez lying in the roadway.
I can't hold that against anybody because not everybody has that type of skill set, I mean, not everybody has done that before.
And the support has been overwhelming.
So I'm just walking around and beat bopping and doing my own thing, and I honestly feel like it's all the support, I just feel so uplifted, and I feel good, I feel ready.
Now, this is the new fire engine Preston could be getting soon. Their fire chief says hopefully in early May. As for Bennett, he says he is on the long road to recovery, but he appreciates all the support from across the nation and wants to start helping people again. Francis.
Thanks so much, Liam.